Hey guys, it's Robert again from Australian Camping and 4-Wheel Drives, and we're here with Tofty today. And say g'day, Tofty.
G'day guys, yeah, we're in, this is campsite 2, mate. So Luke's got campsite 1 and I got campsite 2, so welcome to my place.
Exactly right, so we're out here at Tofty's and we're having, thought we'd show us a couple of products, so thought we'll take that opportunity and get Tofty to have a chat here about a couple of different products he's got here today. So what do you got, Tofty?
Yeah mate, so I thought, you know, we've just released our new swag, so the classic swag that Luke's designed and made himself. So yeah, I just want to show you how that works. So this is the Oztent's version of a swag basically. So obviously you've seen heaps of bunkers, and this is the Oztent little RS-1. So it's basically their idea for really fast and quick swag idea. So it gives you the option, I suppose, of plenty of headroom, plenty of space, ventilation. It gives you a front awning, and if you want to fly back over the back.
Okay.
So they're pretty versatile, pretty cool.
Yep.
Packs up and sets up the same as really any Oztent. So really fast, pretty compact too.
So we just put our little bars down inside here.
Yeah, so exact same thing. You can see up in there. Yeah.
Bars up there, guys.
And we use it perfectly, obviously, with our swag. So it fits perfectly in there. You've got your sheets, you've got your nice cover. Obviously we're in summer, so you just rip that underneath, have that nice and open. You're on your cotton sheets, and yeah, it's a nice little setup for your kids, or even just a couple of blokes you want to go. Yeah. You know, this is a really quick and easy, plus, you know, definitely waterproof. Yeah. I've used these before. They're waterproof, and they're also, as long as you run that fly in winter, your condensation, you won't get any condensation. Oztents are sometimes known for people getting condensation, and generally they don't open these vents. Right. They don't have enough ventilation. You always want to have some ventilation with an Oztent to get rid of that. So we do that pole kit, and the idea of that, if you do put your pole kit out, these aren't accessed, like they're not going to get wet if it rains during the night. Yep. The fly is actually really good on an Oztent too. If you can actually leave them on all the time. You've got one yourself, I think. Yeah, zip it on, leave it on.
Yeah, we essentially, we've got a fly in our Oztent, and it just zips straight onto it.
Yeah, they just zip on the back there, and you can leave them on. Now the only thing that lets an Oztent down in a small way is the bag. You know, they're not. I'm saying they make a really good product. It's probably hard to even it out across. They're trying to be, you know, in the financial side of things, trying to be in the right price point too. So I get that, but we just sort of updo it a bit with a better bag. So, and all our bags sort of look pretty funky now. We've got these black and orange ones. So this goes with your little RS-1, and again, it's got your wet weather dust-proof zipper. So the good idea of that. So these are the only ones we do that don't have the YKK. It's got this dust-proof, as you can see it here. Yeah, so they work really nice. We just use these on the bunkers and on these bags and our roof bags. Yep. And that fits better. See, it's a three-sided. You can open it up. It actually all fits in there properly. When you fold it up, put her in there, she works really well. So you can put that in there maybe with the rear awning and that as well? Yeah, all that'll fit there with it. It's actually made with a bit of height. You can actually run, say, like that's your swag bag and that, and if you wanted a little mat for the ground, like sometimes I run a little CG mat, it would slip in that bag too. Okay. So, cool. And then that's your swag bag, so your swag's in there, same thing. Sweet. That's your little entrance way. So you put that at your entrance, just to keep stuff out of the mess. Okay. So that's a nice little bag, fits up on your rack. Those two items aren't very long and aren't very big, so you can pack that down quite compact. I can actually fit that in the back of the Hilux, those two things, so that's quite a good thing. That's great. And these little tents, I think they're a good little feature. They got heaps of like airflow through there. Height is a nice thing in summer, as you know. You want a bit of height, and they pack and shut really fast, so that's sort of the ultimate pack up and shut down. You want that to be really quick. Easy. If it's not, you tend not to do it. Exactly right. So that, with these couple of really good bags, makes a really nice feature. So yeah, that takes you less than 5 minutes and you can be fully set up. It's got all tie down points. You'd virtually never do that unless you're in a situation where really high winds and you're going away for the day. But sometimes I find this is a lot better than a roof topper if you're not touring all the time, if you're not moving every day. It's nice to have somewhere you can put down. If you go for a drive now, you can shut your awning and off you go. It's the only thing sometimes with a roof topper.
Yeah, you got to
can get frustrating. You got to fold her up. So they have their place, and they both are good. Don't get me wrong, but that's the only reason why I do it this way, and that's one of the reasons I went to a trailer, just because I wanted a base. So if I want to go and do some forward driving now, easy. Plus too, you know, when you get your, like the new ones are good, but the older ones that were real bulky and that, you find so many tracks you can't get through. So
exactly right.
Yeah, and these don't weigh much either, so it's quite light.
And you've put the swag in there as well that Luke's recently made as well.
Yeah, well, I just found the one that comes with it, it's probably not quite thick enough. Not for me anyway. Probably if you're a little fella you'd be right, but you know, for myself it's just not good enough, whereas yeah, Luke's does the job there. Plus all my bedding, everything's in there, so that just makes it really good. So your sheets and everything are in there, they're going to stay in there. You can zipper that right off if you need to. You know, you've got good access, you've got your pillowcase, so you can actually wind all that in together. So that's what's really nice about that. But if it was wet or if it's cold, you can imagine you're going to be pretty warm in that. You're under canvas as well. Yeah. So you can put your blankets, your sheets. It's a pretty cool little setup.
That's great, isn't it?
And get home, rip that out, do your sheets and whatever. Dust this out a bit and you're off and going again. So the good thing of all Oztents is they do actually give a decent bucket floor.
A nice floor in it.
Yeah. I always carry a mat just because I'm a bit pedantic, but you don't have to. But I find I've had an Oztent for a long time. I've never punched any holes through the floor or that, whereas I've had other cheaper tents and I've done that. Okay. And it's frustrating when you get water coming through from underneath.
But it is.
So, and good mesh too. They definitely do not let sand flies in.
Got really fine mesh up there, guys.
Some people think it's too fine, it doesn't get the airflow, but I can tell you if you're going anywhere where she's sand flies and stuff,
you appreciate it.
You'd rather be a little bit warmer, trust me, than that. You can run a fan through these as well.
Oh yeah,
they've got the power inlet.
So they've got a little power inlet down there, guys.
Yep. You can hang lighting. There's a bit of room to hang a bit of gear and your phone and stuff. And, so for a little single person swag, there's actually not bad for size. So they're not tight and compact, are they? And it's not like, you know how a lot of the other ones with the hoops, I think this is actually a pretty cool compromise, because I've got a couple of the hoop ones ourselves. Still a fair bit of work. Yeah. I'm not saying they're over the top, but it is a bit more mucking around than you think.
I think this probably be good for people that claustrophobic. Yeah. I know some of the people they don't like that stuff right near the edges when they're the hoops, and this seems
it's very square. Yep. And you can imagine you put the front out and it comes with a couple of poles. You can actually get in. You could have your stuff under here, put your swag bag under there. If you threw all your gear in that, you'd be right. So actually, for the price and for what you get, it's a pretty cool little compact on the move, like heading up the beach or anywhere. For me, and it was just the truck myself, and sometimes I get in that situation now where I'm not taking the wife and kids. This is a pretty cool little setup.
A good way to do it. Perfect, wouldn't it?
And packs away when you get it home. That's the only thing I'd say with my Oztent. If I took it, I got an RV2, and if you pack it away, it's still quite large, you know, whereas this packs down a little bit smaller. But no, mate, so that's a bit of a look at the RS-1, and we sell them, but no, they're great.
Alright guys, so that's the Oztent RS-1, and I want to thank Tofty for coming along and showing us that today. And we've got a couple more episodes, so stay tuned, and you'll see them up shortly. Alright guys, talk to you later.
Have a good day.